Hey guys, Shutter Gamer here, and the Human Hedgehog's back again with another review video, my fellow Ultimate Lifeforms. And today we're gonna be talking about I'm gonna be talking about my review on Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, and so I wanted to talk about it. I seen it yesterday and it was awesome, so I wanted to talk about my review on it. So if you guys haven't seen it, spoiler alert, your chance to click away now so you guys can see it. So spoiler alert, your chance to click away now. So click away now, spoiler alert. But if you got, as some of you people have seen it, then you guys are good to go. You can stay on here. Because I don't want people to get spoiled by the movie and they haven't seen it. So I'm just giving out a spoiler warning. So we're gonna talk about my review, and then we're gonna go over the recap of Akaza's backstory. So basically, this movie was actually phenomenal. By the way, I enjoyed watching it. See, I haven't read the. See, here's this. I have the first manga right here of Demon Slayer, which is one of my favorites. But I do not have the Infinity Arc manga yet, and I want to read that one because I haven't read it. But right now, see, I started watching Demon Slayer, but I barely caught up to the manga right now. So right now, I'm doing what I can to catch up so I can get to the Infinity Castle arc, and I want to read it. But this movie was good, sad, and absolute cinema. This was actually one of the best animated movies to ever watch. I'm excited for Chainsaw Man to come out this year. I can't wait to see that. So basically, we get a look. So basically, we see in the movie where Tanjiro is fighting Muzan, the King of Demons. We see him, and we see him fighting Tanjiro. But then Tanjiro's over here falling through, and we see all the goaded characters like Insuki. Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm not good at pronouncing names like that. It's hard. We get Shinobu, Akaza, Tanjiro, Mr. Gi. Bro, we see all the goaded characters. I go on my notebook. Here's this: when I'm reading Demon Slayer, I forget the characters' names so easily. Bro, I don't know how I'm not doing that, but I did. I go on this app where I have a notebook where I write their characters' names so I forget, so I won't forget. Hold on, because I forget because it's not easy for me to remember their names easily. I remember Tanjiro and Suki. I don't know how you pronounce it like that. And Shinobu, that's and Muzan and Akaza, but the others I forget. Hold on. Yeah, so we get Shinjiro Rengoku, we get Kaiga, we see him in there. We see Zenitsu. I do not like Zenitsu. This one right there. I do not like him. Worst character in Demon Slayer. He whines and cries and complains so much. But I'm surprised, bro. Freaking cooked the fight in the match, but still one of my favorite. We see Giyu Tokomi Tok, Tomo Ikoa, as how you say it. Dude, we get Tegan. Wait, no, he wasn't even in there. I think so. I forgot. we get Muichiro. I have a statue of it, and we see Akaza and Tanjiro. I have all the list of the names. So because I was reading when I was watching the show, I was keeping up. So because I can remember the names easily. We got Guillaume. Yep, Guillaume was also in here. In Inosuke, and we get Sankanji. So we get some of the characters that was in the show, and we see them in here. But the only thing that was shocking was Shinobi right here. Shinobi fighting Doma right here. Her fighting Doma was one of the saddest things was one of the saddest moments in the movie. She sacrificed herself to get her vengeance on her sister, and she tried the best she can to try and poison Doma, but it didn't work, and she died trying to stop him, which is one of the most hurtful things to ever see. And then we see backstory about Tundra. We see a little flashback of Tandro's him and his dad, and we see Insuke. Basically, we see him come in the clutch, which is one of my he's one of my favorite characters in Demon Slayer. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters. Dude, these two right here fighting Akaza was one of the best fights I ever enjoyed watching. It was really cool and it was awesome. So basically, Zenitsu was fighting his brother that's also a demon. So that's about right. Hold on. Yeah, Kai Gaku, is that how you say it? Yeah, Kai Gaku was the one who betrayed the Demon Slayer corpse and against Zenitsu, and it's cool. And we see this and fight between that. Well, it was really a cool fight. And dude, he always hated his brother. I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. But when I saw these two of Demon of Tendril and Giyu fight against Akaza was one of the awesome fights. But then we finally see a backstory about what happened to him. So it's revealed and we're gonna talk about it. Like I said, spoiler warning. Your chance to click away now. So I know I said it twice, but I just want to make sure y'all seen it. And if some of y'all haven't, so and here's this. Here's this. If y'all have seen it, you can put it on the comments. Say seen it, or in the comments if you haven't seen it, you can put seen it. Also, you can put I haven't seen it. So basically, we all know. Basically, Akaza was raised in a pottery with a he had a sick father and well, his real name, Akaza's real name is actually Hakuji. So he would actually, well, I forget that's his real name. No, it's Akaza. I messed that up. Sorry about that. Basically, Akaza was the one who was stealing. He was stealing medicine. He was stealing so he could give. He was stealing so he could help his dad with his sickness. So he needed to steal. He wanted to steal to save his dad because his dad was dying from illness. So he went to steal medicine. But then he would get punished by getting beating because he was stealing, and he would write tattoos on his. He would put a tattoo on his arms of how many he stole. And then when his father found out what happened, his father committed suicide. I was like, wow. So now we see what really happened. I was like, is that wait? But what made him become? Is that why he came to demon? I was like, oh wait, no, there's more. But then we finally found out he meets this. He was see not only this, Akaza was banned from Edo, and a um he meets a dojo owner named Keizo. Keizo was a dojo owner who taught him how to master. He taught him how to do martial arts with his skills. And not only that, he offered him a home where he meets Keizo's daughter Koyuki, who was also who also has sickness. But then both of them grew up, and it's revealed. So basically, Kaza and Koyuki both grew up and they was both planning to get married. But then a rival dojo got mad of jealousy, and it's revealed a rival dojo poisoned the well water. Basically they poisoned the water from the well, and which killed both of them. I was like, wow, hold on. Who are all the? I'm checking out all. I'm checking out. I'm basically checking all. How I'm checking out the manga. See, I already read this. See, I already read this manga. I read how many did I read? See, I read. I don't have more mangas than this, but only I read two online, so I'm keeping track on my list of how many I read. So hold on. Okay. Okay. I read. All right. I read two, three, and four. So I read two, three, and four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah. So basically, as I was saying, it's revealed the rival dojo poisoned the water that was at the well with at Keizo's dojo, which killed Keizo and Koyuki, and it driven Akaza mad. So it drove him with rage, and I was like, "Oh man, this dude deserved better." And he would go and slaughter the whole rival dojo who did this. So he would kill them and slaughter him, and that's when he ran into Muzan, and Muzan turned him into a demon. And then when he turned into a demon, that's when he would go on a more slaughtering spree. And I was like, "Oh man." So basically, this is one of the saddest stories in Demon Slayer manga, and not only in the Demon Slayer Infinity arc, but it's also sad in the movie because it's now we see why Akaza is a villain. We see why he's a demon because of what he went through. He had a father who committed suicide, and he basically had a home with a master, and he was planning to get married after he grew up, and he lost everything. But seeing him blind to rage and becoming a demon after meeting Muzan, it was crazy. But was also said the dude beats himself up to he would rather this dude actually accepted his fate which was one of the saddest things to see. Him just beating himself up and him rather facing his fate instead of just wanting to live, so he can reunite with his dad and his master and his wife. And I'm like, oh wow, which they did a good job. This movie to me was to 1 to 10 rate of this movie. It was a 10 out of 10 because not only they not only they cook with the action, but the story arc of Akaza, which why I loved it about this movie. And they did an excellent job with his character. Now we see what really happened to him, why he became a demon. He lost everything he had. He had a father, he had a sensei, he had a master, he had a wife, he had all of that, but that was taken from him. His dad committed suicide because he was stealing. His master and his wife both killed, poisoned by rival dojo of jealousy, and that made him being blind by rage, that he went on a killing spree, which turned him into a demon because he ran into Muzan, which was crazy. And I love how he accepted his fate, and I like his character. I like how he switched back to being and I like what I liked it about in the scene was where he just accept of what he really is instead of being a demon, which was really one of the coolest things I ever saw. And I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, this was a cool and a beautiful scene. They did a good job. Almost the scene was so good I almost cried. They did an excellent job with his story and I love it. This Demon Slayer Infinity House is one of the best movies to watch of anime, and I can't wait for part 2, and I definitely can't wait for part 3. So this is gonna be awesome. But what I'm gonna do first, see, I'm already catching up to Demon Slayer right now because I'm catching up to the mangas right now. I've read 5. Hold on, I have a list. I have a list on my phone. So there's like this notepad app thing. I go on there and I put down the list of how many I read. So how many did I read? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 6. It was 6. So I need to get on 7 now. I need to get on more so I can keep up with Infinity Castle arc. So I need to get there too. But this movie right here was awesome. This cooked and I love it. I can't wait for part 2, and I know there's gonna be part 3. This was phenomenal. They did a beautiful job. But Shinobu dying, oh my god, that caught me off guard. I didn't know she was gonna actually die. Oh my god. But then they left us, and I bet they left us with a cliffhanger in this movie. But this is gonna be awesome. I didn't check out the credit scene. I was too tired, and I went home. But I had a good time um, watching this movie, and it was awesome. What are your guys' ranking on this? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. What did y'all think of this? To me, I think this was the best movie. How they did with the character arc, them showing flashbacks of what the characters had, them showing the backstory of Akaza, showing us a cliffhanger of what's about to happen in part 2 and 3. We see, and I love Muzan's character. And I Muzan and Akaza were my favorite villains in Demon Slayer. But out of the most, it was actually Akaza. I love Akaza. So, and we see Doma and all the other demons that we saw in the show and movies. So, if you guys liked this video, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, my fellow Ultimate Life Forms, you guys hit that like button and subscribe, hit that notification button, and the Human Headshot will leave you a notification, my fellow Ultimate Life Forms. And like I have to keep telling you, don't be afraid to ask what game y'all want me to play, what movie and game trailer y'all want me to react to, what movie and game trailer y'all want to see me react to, and what unboxing video y'all want to see me unbox. You guys put in the comments down below. You guys ask and I deliver, no matter the cost. I will be doing another gaming reaction. I will be doing another gaming reaction video. If y'all want me to react to what gaming trailer y'all want me to react to, you put in the comments down below. And y'all let me know, what did y'all think of this movie? And what did you think of Akaza's backstory? And what did you think of it? And y'all put in the comments down below. To me, this was a great animated movie, and I loved it. So thank you guys for watching it, and y'all let me know, who is your favorite Demon Slayer character. This is my boy right there, man. That's my boy Insuki, bro. He is awesome. With him wearing the boar on his head, that's absolute cinema. So y'all let me know, what did y'all think of this movie and how'd y'all like it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you loved it, and if you had a good time, you enjoyed it, chaos control.